Hello and welcome everyone. In today's video, we are going to study quadratic equations chapter 4 class 10th mathematics. Which is very important chapter. So without any further delay, let's start. So the first question is, what is quadratic equation? What do you mean by quadratic equation? So any equation which is of the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Any equation which is of the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is known as quadratic equation. Now, where a, b and c, they are real numbers. A, B, C, all three belongs to set of real number R. Okay. Now the next important thing is value of A cannot be equal to 0. Now the important question is why? What is the reason that value of A cannot be equal to 0? So to answer this question, let us first know what is the degree of quadratic equation. Degree of this equation is, what is degree? It is the highest power of the variable. So as you can see, this x is the variable here. X is the variable and we have two power here, 1 and 2. So which one is the highest? Obviously 2. Hence degree of this quadratic equation is 2. Okay. So now that it is the most important characteristics or more important property of quadratic equation, we cannot lose this property. A quadratic equation cannot lose this property. Otherwise, see what happens if it loses its property. If this a becomes 0, this whole term will become 0 and the remaining part will be bx plus c equal to 0. Now, can you call it a quadratic equation? Can we call it a quadratic equation? No. Why? Because degree here is 1 and students, that any equation having degree 1, any polynomial or any expression having degree 1 is called as linear. So this is not quadratic but a linear equation. Okay, I hope you understand, and that is why we cannot have a equal to 0. So this is all about quadratic equations, and this is also called as standard form of quadratic equation. All right, now I hope you all understood this. So let us move on to the next thing that is there. Now in this chapter you will find questions like solve the quadratic equation. Now what it means, solving a quadratic equation means finding the roots or zeros in polynomials. You saw the value of x that makes whole polynomial equal to 0 was used to be called as 0 of the polynomial. Here it is the same thing, only difference is that its name is changed. Now it will be called as roots, so don't get confused, both are same thing. Okay, now remember one thing, degree and roots or zeros are directly related. Number of roots or zeros depends on degree. If degree is 2, then it means number of roots or number of zeros will be 2. Okay, so now let us take one question. Now we are going to see how to solve a quadratic equation. So for that we have a list of some questions. So let us see that question. Like the first one, question number 1 we have is solve 9x square minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So this was the question. 9x square minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Now solving a quadratic equation means finding the values of x. So we will have two values of x and we can call it as roots of the quadratic equation. So now in class 8 you might have studied these things, or even in class 9th. The first way to solve is using factorization. Okay, so if you want to factorize it, then what you need to do, you need to multiply the coefficient of x square, that is 9, and the constant term, which is minus 2. All right, and now let us prime factorize it, and we have 3 3s are 9 into minus 2. Now out of these three terms we have to make two terms such that their sum or difference is minus 3. So we can take these two together, 3 into 3 twos are minus 6. So now if we add these two, 3 plus minus 6 will fetch us minus 3. Okay, so now this can be written as 9x square plus 3x minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0. Now remember students, do check this value and make sure that this result is equal to the middle term. So now 3x minus 6x is equal to minus 3x. It means we are moving in a right direction. So now what is the next thing? Take these two terms, group these two terms together, and now take common. So first let's talk about the numbers 9 and 3. What is common? Obviously 3 is common, and here x square and here x, so x is also common. Now if we have taken out 3x common, what is left inside? 3x, and here 1. Okay, now let's talk about these two terms. So first of all we can see minus sign is common, and then 6 and 2, what is common? 2 is common. So now what is left? 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, now earlier we had 1 2 3 4 4 terms, now we are having only 2 terms. So again let us take common. Now what is common? 3x plus 1 is common, so take 3x plus 1 common, and now what is left inside? 3x here, and then minus 2 here equal to 0. Now the factorization part is done, it's over. Now it's time to find the values of x. Now students, you can see product of this and this, product of two numbers is equal to 0. Now just think, when will the product of two numbers result in 0? When at least one of them is 0. Okay, so as of now we don't know which one is 0. So we will write, this means either 3x plus 1 equal to 0 or 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So students, if this is equal to 0, then it means 3x is equal to minus 1, and then this means x is equal to minus 1 by 3. And now from this we have 3x is equal to minus 2 goes to that side, plus 2, and then we have value of x is equal to 2 by 3. So now we have two values of x, one is minus 1 by 3 and the second one is 2 by 3. So I hope this question is clear to you all, and this is the way we solve a quadratic equation. Okay, so I hope you like this video, and if you do like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also share with your friends.